Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Victor Kwan, back at it again with the movie reviews. It's been a long time. How you doing, homegirl? What was the last movie we watched?
Captain Marvel.
Marvel. Okay, and this was the original, apparently, DC Captain Marvel.
Oh.
His name was Captain Marvel, and then there was a legal battle. I don't know, something like that.
Well, get ready for a bunch of DC and Marvel comparisons and superhero things.
Sure.
I had thoughts and then I forgot them. I had good thoughts, thought out thoughts, and then I went to the bathroom after the movie. Well, should we? You want me to start lighthearted or start serious a little bit and then get lighthearted?
What do you mean by serious? Okay, let's get lighthearted.
Lighthearted. Okay. Shazam with
Zachary Levi.
Who's the other guy? Oh, John Krasinski. I feel like it's kind of we're gonna go into comparisons. I feel like it's kind of like the Thor Ragnarok of the DC movies.
That's a good way to put it.
Thank you. Yay! Well thought out thoughts. Because DC has gotten such a reputation of being so serious and trying to do action. Marvel is just such a big fat entity in terms of superhero movies, and Aquaman was kind of a little bit lighter, but this is super light, super fun, and it very much brings that into the Justice League universe.
Sure.
And he's also kind of like the Spider-Man of Justice League because he's a kid.
That's true too.
He's a hero, but he's a kid, so it's weird. It's also, in terms of superhero movie in general, the hero is, the villain is pretty light. A lot of these movies, the first villain that they have is pretty safe, or not too. He wasn't that much of a threat, right. I was like, all right, this guy just has a evil eye. It's not too much of a, I don't know. But I liked it. I guess we can also kind of get in, we'll give fair warning when we get into some spoilers.
Sure.
Just so yeah, we'll keep it pretty spoilery free, because I had no idea about any of this stuff at all, so I was pretty shook.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna segue into my more serious note. So we're in Fairfield again. I hate going to this movie theater now, because every time we go, I think the last time we went, there were people talking, or this time, okay, it's really dumb now because you explained everything, but this guy yelled out hella loud, and it scared me, and Daniel was laughing the whole time, and okay, on a serious note, we live, fuck you.
Okay.
On a serious note, we live in a world where bad things happen. I will literally be I'm literally sitting in a movie theater, and I'm for a split second I'm scared for my life. Anything could happen. People could bring in.
I did not think.
I know.
I did not think
I know.
That you thought like that.
I did. Well, I did. But also I think honestly, seriously, I think sometimes I think that sitting at church on a Sunday morning. Unfortunately, because this is America, and it's okay.
It's happened. That happened in Moscow, New Zealand.
Exactly. So, I don't know. That theater is just old and nasty, and people are dumb.
So tell everyone what happened, though, that made you think.
There was a scene, and then some guy yelled. You said that he yelled, "Let's go." And I thought he said Waco, and I was like, oh hell no, we ain't gonna get shot up in this place. I'm gonna hold my phone and be ready to call 911, ready.
Waco!
I know.
It was that loud though.
It was.
Let's go!
I was like, this is. It didn't hit. It didn't pop.
It was such a It was not.
There was a much better scene to like say that at, you know, like
right,
I don't know.
But I don't know, like I don't really know much about the Shazam fandom. I don't know I don't know what Shazam fans are like, how they feel about.
I don't think anyone knows.
Oh, there's some Shazam fans.
Wow.
But the thing is, I don't know if anyone knows exactly. Or sorry, I mean, if there is a fan, if that particular thing about like Billy Batson's parents, if that was like a big twist or something like that. I don't know if that's like some big significance to the fan.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that he was probably just some hardcore Shazam fan, and
I don't know.
And
I know all these superheroes gotta have like unstable like family dynamics.
Well, sure, but honestly though, like I'll admit, for me personally, usually my favorite film in a series about a single superhero is the origin film. Kind of that helps me determine whether or not I like it. Like Iron Man 1 was my favorite film out of the series. Batman Begins, my favorite film of the Batman trilogy, even though most people say Dark Knight. For me, it's Batman Begins. I'm sure there's others, but like I can't think of it at the top of my head right now. But I guess for me, it's this origin is different, and it's unique.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, I am I'm appreciative of that aspect of the film.
Good for you.
Yes, and it gets to be a little cheesy.
Yeah.
It gets to be a little how do you say it?
Cliche.
In some ways.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, it took me like there was the one point is where I really got into it and like got really invested in it. Like I was like, well, it gets into some spoiler territory.
Okay, well let me just get a few more thoughts out. Do you have any more thoughts regarding like what you liked and disliked about the film?
I appreciated that it was set in Philadelphia.
Why is that?
I don't know, because it's not New York or LA or San Francisco. I mean, Philly is like a pretty. I mean, in the list, Philly is probably like the 4th or the 5th in common.
I feel like San Francisco's probably pretty low too, but
I don't think so.
Maybe not so much these days. I guess.
So I mean, I appreciated just a different scenery. I liked the diversity.
That's true. That's what I like.
Yeah.
You know, like you had, and also you're dealing with like a foster family.
Yeah.
It's kind of that.
And I think
in and of itself is a very important aspect of the film, and I think they handled it really well.
I think one of the foster kids is also like he was kind of quiet, like he didn't talk much. Very, I mean.
Sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like how people were pointing that out about Batista's character in Guardians.
What?
It's like, sorry, people.
That he's like he could be
on like a spectrum of in terms of like mental, things things like that. But yeah, I mean like totally diverse.
Yeah, I mean it was diverse not just ethnically. Like they had the kid from Fresh Off the Boat, the youngest brother. They also had
the kid from It.
They did, and he was a special needs.
Or disabled. Yeah, and like I mean, having kids as the mains in movies is such a toss-up. Because like, what we were watching in Captain Marvel, like the little girl was just hella cheesy. But like, like these kids have to hold it up and. Yeah. But that kid, the one who was in It, like, he was basically acting the same. You know, like a sassy, like funny, like nerdy, like he gets bullied, so he kind of still holds himself up, kind of kid.
Sure.
And it was also cool to see Zachary Levi, like he has to act like a kid, you know, like it's very like Harry Potter, where everybody switches bodies and they have to act like each other, acting like each other. You know, so.
Did you know that originally
it was gonna be John Cena?
Was it John Cena? It was supposed to be The Rock.
The Rock?
Yeah.
I heard it. Maybe
Contract
I
fell
heard.
through, and then he switched to like.
Oh, thank God.
Black Adam. Or
That's
something
fine.
Like that.
That's fine.
Yeah, The Rock's and everything. Honestly,
I thought I heard about John Cena, but I could have.
Maybe they were looking at him too. I don't know.
That's okay.
Honestly, I think Zachary. I was about to say Zachary Quinto, but Zachary Levi, he did a pretty good job. I think.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing something that on like Twitter that like of like the actual like the comic book character, and it actually like he looks very similar.
Sure.
But that's also just good looking white man with black brown hair, so man.
Sure.
Yeah. Good stuff. Do we wanna I mean, we got 10 minutes in of some good general content.
Okay.
Do we wanna give a rating and then get into some spoilers?
Did you want to say what you didn't like?
What I didn't like. Well, I mean, as I said before, the beginning was kind of slow. Well, it's not slow.
Yeah. We talked about what was cheesy and stuff.
I mean, it was just and like just general viewing experience. I don't like going to that thing. We're spoiled now.
Sure.
But I had a gift card and I wanted to finish it up, so it's cool.
Okay, spoilery territory now then.
Spoilery and then what rating? Or
right.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
Oh, shoot.
Do you want to get into some ratings?
Yeah, let's rate.
Okay, rating.
Yeah, rate it.
Rating. So, homegirl.
I would give it an 8 out of 10.
8?
Yes.
I give it 8.5.
Oh, okay. You
can
like
exit here.
I thought you were going to say 7 something.
No.
Like you usually do.
Yeah, I give like an 8.5. Cool.
Okay.
Well, we'll leave it here, and then we'll get into some spoilers. Thank you for watching so far. Don't forget to follow Daniel on Twitch at DJBBinkahan. He streams on Tuesdays, Fridays and Sundays, but not this Sunday because he has a life.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
I know.
Okay, spoiler territory.
Spoiler-tory.
Spoiler-tory?
Okay, so I had no clue about the group, the people, the group that the rest of the Shazam family.
The Shazammers.
Yeah. And
I didn't know about that either.
Yeah, and so that's what like I was like, I'm here for this. Like fuck the Avengers. I'm down to watch this shit like over like give this shit like a couple more movies. No, I don't care. I'm tired of the Avengers. They can go sit in a corner. That's my hot take. Come at me, bro.
I don't know. Okay, my problem with that is, how do you make like a compelling second film when a compelling second film with like 5 Shazammers? Is it 5 or 6? And like all of them, they all like they're children, so they it's kind of hard to sell like.
Well, but the thing is, okay, one plot point is the older sister chick, she's going to college.
Sure.
So they got to figure that out. And also, they're already built into the Justice League universe. So there's a lot of, I mean, you know, they like tease Superman, and they were shoving that there was like product placement of like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, like everywhere. And they even do a nod to Aquaman in the end. We should have said that in the beginning, that there's scenes at the end. But like, I mean, this like in the same way that this is kind of like a Thor Ragnarok this has the potential to be a good turn in setting a different tone in terms of like personality and humor and fun. Yeah. Because the DC movies have like been so like one note, and like the way they tell stories in action isn't as like effective. But I mean,
it's true.
And like they have all those diverse actors, and we like people of color.
I don't know. It's hard to say. It really is hard to say, because when you see an actor in the Marvel universe that is kind of like a slept-on actor, you know that this is they are built to last. Yeah. In a sense, like for example, you look at
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. Okay. Jeremy Renner in the first Avengers, right? Yeah. well, I mean, wasn't he nominated for an Oscar? I don't know, but that built his career up.
Yeah.
And we take him seriously now.
Yeah.
Because we know that it was Marvel wouldn't have invested in him if they didn't believe that he could make a compelling character.
Yeah.
The Shazamers, on the other hand, I don't know if I can see like the girl who played the older version of the older girl.
Yeah.
She just seemed like a throwaway actress. She didn't seem like somebody that they picked like, oh, we're going to invest in the future for you. Same thing for the guy who was quiet, the one that was supposed to be really strong. Yeah. You know, you also, I mean, on the other hand, you have 13 Reasons Why Asian guy. Yeah. And then you had the Adrian, sorry, the guy from OC.
Megan Good?
The guy from the OC.
What?
The guy that was the disabled kid Shazamer.
He's from the OC?
What is his name?
I don't know.
Did you say his name earlier?
No.
What was the other name you said besides Zachary and Levi?
I thought the black girl was Megan Good.
Besides her. You said another guy's name. I don't. Whatever. Screw it. Anyway, the Shazamer guy. You've seen him before, though, right? He's from the OC.
Oh, I don't know.
I believe he's from the OC.
Okay.
Anywho, these were invested in actors, so it's kind of hard for me to determine whether or not DC actually wants to invest.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like not every. I don't know, like. They're trying to make everything like a series.
Yeah, exactly.
And
well, that's where the money is.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Either way, I'd probably still watch it to support it, but I wouldn't expect a really compelling or universe building film. And that's those are some of the key draws to Marvel films, is one, it builds the universe, and two, like, you're going to get some kind of compelling performance.
Yeah.
So there's that. All right. What were some of the concerns that you had in spoiler territory? Issues that you had with the film? There was one, but I forgot mine now. Oh, okay. Well, while you're thinking, here was my issue. Okay, so the villains were the 7 deadly sins, right?
Yeah.
And plus...
I was like, that's some kind of like, that's like people, I just imagine like how, because that was a comic and how that's like some biblical preachy kind of stuff.
Sure. It almost made me think that maybe like the movie could have even been a little bit more Christian, which hey, you know, whatever. I'm sure that. But anyway, I mean, Zachary Levi is like a devout Christian.
Oh wow.
Anyway, so the Shazamers, as we saw, they all took on one aspect of the powers of Shazam, right? So the little girl,
sort of. I mean, yeah.
The little girl had the speed.
Yeah,
right?
Great.
Then the green one, the guy
was
got strength.
The other guy got like lightning hands.
Right.
The other guy could fly.
You're right.
Well, what was the older chick?
Okay, well, see, that was my issue with the film, was that they didn't develop what those powers were, and we don't really know the extent of Shazam's powers.
Because they just got the powers like 5 minutes ago. Like, what do you expect?
But what I'm saying though is that if you think back to what Jimon Hunsu, the wizard that gave the powers to Shazam, he said to give Shazam the strength of Hercules, the power of Zeus, the speed of Mercury, the wisdom of Solomon, and what was the other one? Maybe Icarus flight. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure that the girl, since she was smart, she's going to Caltech, she has the wisdom of Solomon.
She's smart. Oh yeah.
But then how do you play that on screen? Like, what made her
Well,
powerful?
I think, wasn't she the one that figured out? She kind of figured out that the guy's power was in his eye.
You know what? That's a good point.
Oh, see?
That bit, that they should have played that up a little bit, because she did that before she even got the powers.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you say someone's somehow magically more intelligent? I don't.
I mean, that's a.
She's super smart, but she almost got hit by a car.
I know. Well, what can you do?
She was crossing the road.
I know. Yeah.
Without looking.
Yeah. You're a little bit further up here.
Okay. But yeah, that was my main gripe. I just would have liked a little bit more explanation of what Shazam's powers were.
I like the guy from Walking Dead as the dad.
Yeah, Jim.
Yeah. Shout outs. And the mom. Where's she from?
I don't know. I'm sure I've seen her in something.
Yeah.
I'll probably IMDb her.
But yeah, I mean, it was very like they were just like people of color and like just a cool.
It was a diverse film, and that's cool with me. You know me, I like diversity. Like we were watching all the previews, and I was like, support this, support this, support this.
I know. We were watching so many previews. And I don't really care for previews. Well, I don't care for previews. I just don't really care. Those are weird.
Let's go.
Cool. Well, there you have it.
All right.
Thanks for watching our review.
Yeah.
And hearing us talk about movies.
Yep.
So I guess we're just looking forward to Avengers.
I mean, I still want to see Us, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And Breakthrough.
Oh, I know one thing that I was confused about.
Okay.
Why was it in Christmas time?
I mean, they were probably targeting that season.
They were trying
pushed
to
it back.
Yeah,
maybe?
that was like it's April.
Usually the case. Other than that, I mean, I can't really imagine why they would feel the need to make it around Christmas time. Other than just
they didn't. I mean, because they didn't like shove the Christmasness down our throats anyway. It was just like a setting thing. Like there wasn't any kind of like Christmas. Well, maybe in the end when they had dinner, but
when they had the big fight at Christmas in the park.
Yeah.
Well.
That's all. It's whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the movie is kind of targeting kids.
Yeah.
The demographic,
but it's like PG because then like even the kid says the S word.
Yeah, there's some F-bomb. It's bleeped out F-bombs in the end.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. Yay.
Cool. Anyway, guys, Shazam is worth a watch. So, definitely go out and see it.
Thanks for watching. Sometimes.
Peace.